Ha ha, Biff, guess what? After we go to the drugstore and the post office, I'm going to the vets to get tutored. Yeah? You better know exactly what we're talking about. Don't assume that you heard right, because it could make a fairly radical difference. I want to talk about ASPs and SaaS. There are a lot of people in the profession that actually, unfortunately, intentionally use these words interchangeably. And if all I had was an ASP solution, and SaaS was the hottest thing going, I'd call my stuff SaaS too. And that's what they're doing today. They're calling things that are really ASP, they're calling it SaaS or SaaS type software. SaaS, ASP, is an application service provider, is a business that provides computer-based services to customers over a network. Software is often offered is usually premise-based, enhanced via Citrix-style extender. That's my definition of ASP. My definition of SaaS is designed from the ground up, exclusively for web deployment. Software offered is typically multi-tenant, and users share processing power and database space that is managed by the vendor. Those are very, very different things. They have some commonality. Okay, I've got a question I want to explain for those of you who have not been in classes that I've done before. If you have questions, raise your hand and shout it out, and I'll repeat the question and then I'll answer it. If you ask a question that I'm going to come to in just a minute, I'll answer it right then. But if it's one I'm going to come to, I may say that's a great question. I'll hold it for a little bit. If somebody asks too many questions and kind of gets, you know how that person is, they just keep going and going and going, I'll just say, I'm sorry, but that's outside the scope of what we're talking about here today. So that'll be your clue. Okay? And then if you ask me a question that I don't know the answer to at all, I'll just say, I'm sorry, but that's outside the scope of what we're talking about here today.